morning, good afternoon, and good evening, folks around the world. Welcome to another episode of Hangin at Inti HQ, live at Inti Creates headquarters in beautiful Chiba, Japan. I am your host, Inti Creates producer, localization director, and guy feeling the spooky season, Matt Papa. And to my right is a master of practical espionage action who goes by the name of
Andrew Singleton, localizer here at Inti Creates. Glad to be back. Sorry I missed it last time.
Yeah.
But, got just a little bit under the weather. It was just a cold.
We're back to the duo setup.
Yes.
It's nice to have somebody to bounce off of.
Right. We have a little bit of a different setup this week.
Yeah,
this is my
we got
first
a
time
fancy.
seeing this.
I don't even know if you guys can tell. Let's see.
Yeah,
If we can figure
it looks like we're right next to each other, but we're actually right next to each other. But we have two cameras. There's two cameras. With an illusion.
It's just the portal to the other dimension is right here.
slightly ajar dimension.
But yes, we hope you guys are doing well, and we thank y'all for joining us once again for more shenanigans here at Inti Creates. We've had a lot going on in the past couple weeks since we last been with y'all. We got to show you guys kind of like the first real, I guess, feast of Gunvolt Chronicles, Luminous Avenger X2 information. Hope you X folks were eating good that day. And yeah, everything's just kind of moving right along as we get closer and closer to X's January 27th release date. It's going to be here before you know it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
We're coming down on it.
We are.
Absolutely.
But it's been a couple weeks since we've done this, folks. It's been even more weeks since you've been with these fine folks. So
it feels like it's been forever.
I know, right? Jeez, because I mean, the last one we did, we had gone like what, 6 to 8 weeks between streams.
Was it that long?
Yeah, it was a hot minute. It was a hot minute between streams.
Had some holidays, had some like events going on.
Yeah, so that was a comeback. That was kind of a bit of a comeback because just we had we were knee deep. I'd say waist deep in X development stuff, and just schedules didn't pan out, all kinds of nonsense, and so we missed a good couple weeks. And when we came back a few weeks ago, and this poor guy was feeling under the weather, so it's been a real long time since you've seen these cool kids
for sure
in the chat. So yeah, how's things been going since you've what's going on in the world of Andrew Singleton localizer Inti Creates? What's cooking? I know you're cooking a lot.
Yeah, cooking. Always gotta, doing like food prep, I guess you could say, like making sure I eat right during the week, so just make it all at once and do that. It just takes it takes up like a day out of the week, but the other days, I'm out playing games and having a good one.
It's just there ready to go for you.
Yeah, right.
So that way, you guys got it right. In all honesty.
give up that one night, and then every other night I come home, eat immediately, and start playing games. Like it's kind of great. Like. Just
got it figured out. He's got it figured out.
But yeah, like I've got into. It was funny because I got into the new Melty Blood, and like I was like, ah man, I'm really enjoying this. Like I should actually finally read Tsukihime, which I never had in the past, but they just came out with that remake.
Oh word, okay.
And so like I ordered that remake, and immediately got sick. So you
had plenty of time to play then.
Absolutely, I was like, I was laid out on the couch and just like on my side reading Japanese for like 2 days. Like it was funny. It wasn't like, it wasn't an awful deep, heavy fever or something. It's not like understood. I just didn't really feel like being vertical.
Yeah, now that's a mood.
So I actually watched the stream in the same way, on position on the couch, like while you were doing that. So that was fun. And then in between that, I'd like get on Melty Blood online with my friends and doing little sessions like that. And so that's been really fun lately. What you been getting up to?
Oh man, as far as games goes, I think the only thing I've really been playing much is been playing that Gran Turismo Sport. Been streaming that a bunch, just trying to get better at racing. And so that's been a fun adventure. One of my buddies sent me this really useful website that's like, because there's a whole bunch of like custom liveries that people make for all the cars.
Yes.
And like searching the database like on like the actual Gran Turismo website, it's kind of clunky.
Yeah.
And so someone just made like a website that just, I don't know, does some sort of magic, and it makes it way easier to find stuff. And then, because all you gotta do is literally just pull up the thing and like click, and you save it to your collection. And then you go in the game, and you can just pull it up and stick it on your stuff.
So you got all anime cars.
Oh, absolutely.
All
I
Itasha.
just saved just a plethora of Itasha for my cars, so now all my cars have just tons of weeby goodness all over them.
Yeah, you love that.
Oh, it's great. So literally last night I was just like spent like an hour just setting Itasha stuff on my car, all the cars I have.
Yeah.
And the only other game I've really been playing besides that is probably the only strategy game I ever got into in my life. Is this game called Lords of Magic. It's like a late 90s Sierra turn-based strategy game.
Ooh, turn-based.
Yes, turn-based. You play as one of 8 faiths.
Hardcore.
Fire, water, air, earth, life, death, chaos, and order.
All the important elements.
Yes, all the important elements. And then... Uh-oh.
So
yeah, that's what happens when you play Lords of Magic. You break into the apex of 2D action.
Summon.
That's how it goes, you know. But yeah, so that's been really fun, and and I took a trip up to the mountains of Nagano Prefecture last weekend.
That looked awesome.
To a town called Karuizawa for the annual Mazda Miata owners meeting.
Pure madness.
Oh my god, it was great.
Miata madness.
Just all these like ski lodge parking lots were just completely taken over and just filled every spot with all these different Miatas, and it was just so good. It was so good. I was just in my element.
Yeah, that's
It was so much fun just walking around and like seeing all this stuff, and then
all varieties of Miata.
Oh, it was great, and you know, because you have to go through Gunma Prefecture to get there. Well, you can go through Gunma Prefecture to get there, and so on the way there and back, I did a bunch of like the legendary like Initial D roads.
Yeah.
I did like Mount Akina, Mount Akagi, Miyogi, and Usui Pass. Like 4 big ones. Like, oh, it was great. Just living.
Did you drift around all the corners?
To the best of my. I mean, what are you talking about? I drove.
Yeah, drove the speed limit.
Drove the speed limit. Handled corners very slowly and carefully. Yes, that's what I did. You know, that's how you enjoy those roads.
Yeah.
As it goes. But yeah, so that was great, and you know, now we're back here doing our thing. And,
back in.
Yeah, we got
in the thick of it.
We got some tasty new Ix goodness to share with y'all today. But before we get into any of the Gunvolt goodies, we actually do have a small update to one of our other games, which is going to lead me right into topic number 1, which is, of course, the patch we released a little while ago for Blaster Master 03. Yes, that's right. Blaster Master 03 got a fresh new update. Some improvements and some fixes that I know some of y'all were very much looking forward to.
You gotta love it.
So I got the patch notes right here, so I'll just let you know what's going on there. So this is kind of the big one. I'll get the big one right off the bat, because I know this is something that a lot of people were asking about. So item icons on the mini-map will now appear as different colors depending on the item type. Because before it was just, you know, an item is there, but it could be anything.
Right.
So now, Life Energy Guard Alphas appear as pink, Life Energy Guard Betas appear as green, and other items appear as light blue.
Okay.
Because I know, big thing, people were like, oh, I thought I got all the items in there, but there's still something here. Oh, it's just a Life Energy thing.
Okay.
So I know...
I see. That's very useful.
I know that's some big ones that people were looking forward to. So whether you've played BMZ3 or maybe you want to go back and revisit BMZ3, hopefully I know that one will definitely help you guys out.
Yeah,
and there's a couple other small little things. There's an issue where sticking to the wall is G Sophia SV under circumstances would cause the player to be unable to progress, and some other like stuff with the issues controls or getting stuck. Things like that have been fixed as well.
Good stuff.
So we took an already amazing game and made it even better.
Polish it up.
Obviously, our wax on that bad boy.
So
whether you have experienced Blaster Master 03 yet or not, it's definitely worth your while to go enjoy it with that quality of life change. I think is definitely a big one for sure.
Yeah, useful stuff.
Now, before we get into all the Ix goodness that we have for y'all today, I've been reposting these on Twitter over the past couple of weeks because it's so, like, we haven't done these in a while, and it's so easy to kind of lose track of how, like, all these cool assets that we've made over the years. So that's going to actually get me into topic number 2, because it's almost Halloween in less than a week. And so I've been re-gracing Inti Creates Twitter with all of the different Gunvolt Halloween wallpapers that we've done over the years. Like, you know, can you believe it's been, like, this was what, 2014? It's been 7 years since, yes, isn't that insane?
7 years.
And I feel like a lot of, especially, you know, people, I thought people who, you know, maybe who haven't been with us since the beginning, maybe didn't even know these existed.
True.
You know? So I've really been trying to make a point to, like, remind people, hey, these amazing wallpapers exist, and they're just so good. Like, this is the first one we did, and it's probably, it's honestly probably my favorite one of the group, because, like, everyone has such fitting costumes, and I would say my favorite part of this is the Copen riding on Viper's back.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's a little hard to see because it's like in the back. You're just like, yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Look at him go. There's just so much good content. This is the first one we did, and then the second one we did another one for Gunvolt 2. I'll show that Gunvolt 2 one. This is another really good one too. So what we ended up doing for these was at the time we did like fan polling on our official social media.
Right.
Because I think this is before you were even here.
Yeah.
And so, like, you can see, like, here, like, G-Roll, Lola, and Acerok are out in the front, and that is because they received the most votes.
Right.
And then so everyone else is kind of, you know, based on how many votes they got, kind of determine, like, their place.
Be more prominent.
Yes, that place of prominence.
Cool.
In the image. Yeah, like, there's, again, the costumes are really so fitting. G-Roll as the devil obviously is perfect. I think Escaped Prisoner Teseo, though, is the most, like, that's big Teseo energy.
Yeah.
Like,
you're right.
That is
raging over there.
Yeah, absolutely big Teseo energy. Like, it's so good. Like, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And then the next one we did one for the Striker pack. We did one, I believe that was the one we did for Striker pack for 2017. So this one was more just like, you know, we kept like a smaller cast since everyone kind of already had their chance to be featured. So we kept it to 6, and, you know, these were the 6 that kind of made the cut.
Yeah.
You know, all the girls looking cute as hell as always, but I think what really makes this is, you know, because they got like the top 4 votes.
Yeah.
And then GB and Copen coming up 5 and 6. But the Freddy and the Jason,
that's
like,
really
that's
great.
That's just too perfect. Like I can totally see, Copen Freddy just works for me. It just works. Like, it just, like, and I love how both times Lola has kind of like devil themed stuff. So it was like just trying to say she's like a little, she's like a little trickster, a little prankster.
I can see it.
And then the last one we did was for Luminous Avenger Ix, when that one came out, and this one, same deal, top 6, top 6 votes, getting it done. Of course, Isola had a runaway victory with this one. It's almost as if you guys like cute anime girls or something. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Jump to conclusions.
Who would have thought that all these cool kids like cute anime girls? I mean, I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Just, you know.
But yeah, like, I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but just the fact that Lola is always in her kind of devilly theme, it just works for me. And Copen as the vampire, I think, really. Like, it's always funny because like the people like 5 and 6 are kind of the ones like stealing the show. Like Stella and this 9 look perfect together.
Yeah, that's great.
Like, it's so funny how like the 5 and 6s managed, I feel like, to
They sneak in there.
They don't have as much space, but they're really finding their own way to stand out, I think.
Right. Absolutely.
Now, of course, we've done tons of theme wallpapers, especially for the Gunvolt games over the years. So if you go to the Gunvolt, if you just go to gunvolt.com and you have all the different pages for each game, you could find a plethora of wallpapers hidden in each of those pages. If you just go to like the special tab, GV1 page, GV2, Striker Pack, X, all of them have their own collection of wallpapers in them. So even when Halloween's over, there's Thanksgiving wallpapers and Christmas and Valentine's Day and summertime and all kinds of stuff. So I just thought it'd be a good opportunity to remind folks that these exist because they're so good.
Yeah. Take your pick.
All right, that's enough gushing about Halloween, Halloween Volts. And so now we got some really good Luminous Avenger X stuff to share with you guys today. Now, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, or maybe are not really caught up on what Luminous Avenger X2 is doing or what's going on, we figured now would be a good opportunity to showcase, as you saw a little bit earlier, the trailer for Luminous Avenger X2. So let's get that trailer rolling, and then we will pick it up from there. So let's get number 3 trailer.
Break into the new apex of 2D action. Switch your power into overdrive with the Break Shift. The Luminous Avenger X Copen is back. The new Razor Wheel delivers unmatched destructive power to complement Copen's high-speed maneuverability. Rip through hordes of enemies in Break Shift mode to activate overdrive. In overdrive, your bullet shift mode is capable of intense combat at breakneck speed. The Muse of Hope Lola is powered up with more charm than ever. She replicates the attacks of defeated bosses and supports you in combat with EX weapons. With the help of a new partner, Null, will Copen be able to return to his home world. What lies in wait in a parallel world where only robots exist? Luminous Avenger X2. Available January 27th, 2022. Inti Creates.
All right, there you go.
So cool.
It's gonna be here before you know it.
Yeah.
What kind of sticks out? Because there's so much different about the new gameplay in Luminous Avenger X. Because like, what really kind of stands out to you first and foremost?
Just like, how hard hitting those razor wheel attacks are. Just like, it's just a different dimension, it feels like. Just like slamming into enemies, slicing them up, and just like with, just giant razors. Not even like a,
Rip and tear.
It's not, yeah, exactly. He's got huge guts. Huge metal, mechanical guts. Rip and tear. But yeah, just like, having the cool razor, saw blade, giant razor wheel, like, and just like how satisfying it is.
It's so badass. Like it is just so delightfully badass, and yeah, it's really like it still feels, it's such a kind of, it feels so different from how people have I feel like have experienced Copen before, but it still feels like Copen.
It takes some getting used to too.
It does.
It's a bit different.
It still feels like Copen, but it's just like a new, it's a new era of Copen.
Yeah.
And I dig it.
Right.
And speaking of Copen and all these wonderful characters that they talked about in the trailer, thought it would be nice to reintroduce you guys to some of the returning cast from Luminous Avenger X and some of the new ones.
Okay.
As well. So, and as you heard, the delightful max powers explain to you. Copen's got 2 different forms
Yes.
this time around that he switches between. So let's bring up Copen's first form, the break shift form. Let's bring that one up. And we'll talk about Mr. Copen in his break shift form. Let's get that boy. Let's get that boy. Oh.
Oops.
We're gonna get that break shift boy up there. There he is.
Okay.
Mr. Rip and Tear.
Yeah, right.
I love that art.
It's cool. It's very cool.
It's so good. But yeah, so with Copen's break shift form, like this was created to bring out the full potential of his new razor wheel weapon.
Yeah.
And I think that very much shows, because this is very much intended for like power focused, close range combat. And when you partner this with the recoil dash, that sort of grounds sort of power tackle attack, not only can you you can send enemies flying, you can break through obstacles. Like this is really Copen's grounded form.
Yeah, it's a new dimension of the gameplay for sure.
It really, really is. And then he's got a bunch of new abilities too, like the one that we talked about in his intro was the Hyper Guard, which, you know, kind of feels like his new sort of prevasion type of deal. Because with Hyper Guard, like you can drastically reduce the amount of damage Copen takes if you play your cards right.
Down to
and
almost nothing.
Control him to work with that. Yeah, down to, as you said, almost nothing.
Almost nothing.
Almost nothing. Copen's just a boss like that. And then, of course, he has, so that's his break shift form, and he also has his bullet shift form. So let's bring up the bullet shift form, which this feels more like the Copen that people recognize.
Just more jets.
More jets. Yeah, so as you can probably guess, this form is more focused on speed, and it gives him access to his patented bullet dash that has been part of Copen's arsenal from day one. That's the Copen y'all know and love.
Yeah.
So how it works is you don't like manually switch between bullet shift and break shift. It is an automatic, basically instantaneous switch that happens. So when you need the bullet shift form, it's there. And when you need the break shift form, it's there. So it's like Copen just kind of, he knows which form is best for any given moment.
Well, all of a sudden, like I'm looking at this art, it's like his the razor wheel transforms when he's in bullet shift.
Yeah, it does.
It looks like the disc launcher from Tribes.
Now there's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Oh my goodness!
All of a sudden,
felt that in my bones.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I mean, he does. Like if you lock on, you get
really
launch the razor wheels. They're blue.
He really does.
Blue discs. I'm just saying.
I mean, maybe some of our designers are fans of Tribes. Who knows? But you know, as you can guess, considering how much more agile and speedy this one is, you know, the defensive capabilities of the bullet shift form are much lower than that of the break shift. But to the best of its abilities, it is programmed to shift to the break shift form the split second before Copen takes a hit.
Right. He would get torn up if he was in the bullet shift.
Yes, because he can rip and tear, but if he's in bullet shifts, watch out for getting ripped and torn.
Ripped and torn.
As well.
You don't want to be on the other side of that.
No, you really don't. You really, really, really don't. But moving right along to the one always at Copen's side, the lovely Miss Lola. Let's bring up everyone's favorite combat pod.
And cuter than ever.
Cuter than ever. As y'all know, I don't have to tell you this. You know, Lola herself, she is an autonomous, self-aware robot created by Copen to assist him in battle. See, even Copen loves anime girls. Nobody is free from the appeal.
Yeah.
Nobody. But Lola is equipped with a weapon copy system capable of replicating enemy weapons using data she gathers in combat. And then she uses these weapons as she flies alongside Copen in battle. So that's one of the things that really has always kind of
It's the trademark.
yeah, made
Copen
Copen sort of stand out from like Gunvolt, where he has his own separate arsenal of weapons that changes with each title that he's in.
Yeah.
So, you know, Lola here, she normally exists as her little spherical form, little baby combat pod, but she can transform into her humanoid idol mode that you see here, and she performs songs that have the power to enhance Copen's abilities, which, if you've ever played Gunvolt before, you're very thankful for that. In Luminous Avenger X2, she has continued her career as an underground pop star in the new parallel world, which brings a lot of joy to the inhabitants of said world.
Always posting.
Always posting.
Always posting.
Always posting.
Cannot stop her from posting. You send her to another world, she will continue to post.
Even in a parallel world, she does her thing, and I respect that hustle.
You can't.
She's got a level of hustle that
can't
is
blame
just
her.
Unreal.
Unstoppable poster.
Moving right along to another returning cast member from Luminous Avenger X is the lovely Miss Kohaku. Let's bring up Miss Kohaku. There she is. What I love, and this is what I love about Kohaku, is she's a super positive and energetic young woman. Like she's that ray of sunshine. She really is. She finds herself trapped inside the parallel world alongside Copen and Lola. So they all got sort of sucked in, swooshed off together.
Yeah.
But even in an unfamiliar desert world, Kohaku remains as positive as ever and can always be seen raising the spirits of her friends. Though she has a knack for repairing machines based on intuition alone, Copen has put a moratorium on her maintenance duties for the time being.
Banned from fixing stuff.
She's like that derpy genius.
Yeah. There were some great scenes in the first one that showed that off.
Oh yeah, it's great. Like that's one of my favorite things. Like she somehow just managed to stumble her way into miraculously fixing a piece of
On intuition alone.
machinery, and I respect that. That's so good.
That's great.
And now we have a couple of the new faces to introduce. First of which is being the new heroine of Luminous Avenger X. Let's take a look at Miss Null. Bring up Null. There she is. The new face. So Null is a worker girl who takes care of Copen and the others after they are sent to her world. Now, interesting, what is a worker?
So worker is an autonomous robot created for doing manual labor in that world.
Yes.
Hence, worker. They were the workers.
Yes. So when Max Power says, in a world where only robots exist,
Well, that's who he's talking about.
those are the robots
workers.
that exist.
Workers.
It's them.
Capital W. Get it right.
Miss Null here she has an innocent and sweet personality and is always polite to everyone she meets. As a worker, she strives to be of use to humans, who are seen as kin to the creator of that world, and works full-time to help out Copen and Kohaku.
Positively saintly.
She is that sort of saint-like. Again, you can kind of even tell just from her existence that she gives off that energy of just she
Always wants to help.
She's there. She is the pinnacle support character, and
Always kind.
I really think you guys are gonna love Null. I really think you're gonna. And now, moving right along, and now see that's sort of like the hero heroine cast. But you know, we got the. It wouldn't be a Gunvolt game without some really awesome boss characters, now, would it? So we got some really cool boss characters to show off to you guys as well. Starting, of course, with who someone you saw in the trailer.
Oh.
Our fiery boy, Mr. Daysight. Daysight. Let's take a look at Daysight, Mr. Actually, you know what? That's fine. Let's. Okay, let's. I was gonna do that in a little bit of a different order, but that's okay.
Oh.
We can pull up Mr. Daysight there because we're talking about the characters. We're supposed to talk about them all at once, right? So let's.
Just throw them all in there.
Let's.
They're all great.
Let's bring up Mr.
There
Daysight.
we go.
There he is. So Daysight is the first character that we introduced from the group of workers. They're called Gravekeepers.
It's so cool. It's a really cool name. I love it.
I love it. You know, because the the tower where the game, pretty much the entire game takes place, is called the Grave Pillar. Grave Pillar, Grave Keepers.
The ones who protect the Grave Pillar.
Exactly.
The Grave Keepers.
So Mr. Daysight here, he is a stoic mercenary worker with an ever-smoldering battle spirit. Ever-smoldering on fire. As the Gravekeeper with the longest service record, he once protected the data locked away in the tower from the humans who existed in the distant past. My man's been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
In accordance with his programming, he defended the tower from all intruders without question. This even applied to humans, whom the workers regard as their creators. After humanity went extinct, Daysight felt a despair at his actions and the futility of his mission, but he was unable to defy his orders. He gradually began to suppress his desire for combat.
Like a tragic figure.
A little bit, yeah.
Don't have enough of those.
No, Gunvolt tragic
series.
figures? Whatever could you possibly mean, good sir?
Can't imagine. First. Gunvolt first, a tragic boss backstory.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's my man's been through a lot. He's been through a lot, but I love his design and
oh yeah.
He's a really fun boss fight, and I think you guys are really gonna like what you see from Daysight once you get to meet him. Now, the next character I want to talk about is someone we on the last stream showcased just a little bit of. We actually revealed her name for the first time on our last stream, and that is of course Miss Vespa. That is the second of the Gravekeepers. Vespa, there she is.
She's good.
You get the official introduction this time around. So Vespa here is a self-described high-class noble worker, gracefully soars through the sky using her custom propellers that manipulate wind. Do you think she's a high-class noble worker?
I mean, you can like see it, I guess.
Yeah,
you can see it. Like
yeah, you can see it.
See what she needs to give her one of these. Then I'll believe it.
Yeah, right.
Then I'll believe it.
So Vespa's brother, also a Gravekeeper, is equipped with modern jet engines and optical weaponry. This created quite a bit of self-consciousness for Vespa, making her quite touchy about her retro conventional weapons. I don't know. I think missiles and propellers are pretty dang cool. In reality, her design is not at all inferior. It's just different on the concept level. But to massage her ego, Vespa asserts that her propellers are a status symbol rather than retro, and has thus adopted a high-class lady personality. A lot of quotes for her in this description.
Yeah.
However, when she lets her emotions get the best of her, she tends to drop the whole charade.
Yeah, she's good. She's good.
She wants you to think of she's, this prim, proper, fancy pants lady. You cross her ever so slightly, and she's just going to unleash the fury.
Yeah.
Which, it's fitting. She's got her conventional weapons. She's got, like that. I know. I think it's really cool because, it's like that sort of modern and sort of, like lasers and stuff like that. It's optical weaponry, right? Versus punching physical. I think it's pretty cool.
That's great. Like
it's a nice balance.
One thing I love about the way the enemy cast is kind of shaping up, like it's just they have relationships with each other.
Yeah,
like,
they do.
We haven't seen Vespa's sibling yet, but I mean it's mentioned there.
Yeah.
Like they kind of have these kind of back and forth sometimes, which is great.
Yeah, I think you will. I think you will very much be delighted to see just how interconnected this whole world is. And that's something I've taken note of too, and I think I'm actually really glad you mentioned that because I think it's something that people are really going to appreciate.
Yeah, that's cool.
But that's all the character intros we have for now. But I think as we inch closer and closer to the release date of Luminous Avenger X, the cast that we unveil will keep growing and growing. So you definitely have a lot more character introductions to look forward to.
See soon.
That's just a small percentage of the Gravekeepers that are present in this game. So you still got a lot more cool characters and cool stuff from Luminous Avenger X to show you. Speaking of cool new stuff from Luminous Avenger X,
Oh.
as you may have seen last time on the stream, we're doing something pretty special this time around with the Luminous Avenger X2 music. Because, you know, Lola's back. She's doing her thing, making some bops. Posting. You know, we've the last time we did a stream, we unveiled 2 Lola music videos to you. One done by actually live action video of Miss Mayumi Neda herself. And what made the internet, Gunvolt Twitter's head explode.
Yeah.
Actual 3D Lola music video.
Super cool.
Like, the reactions to that were just so positive, and I love all of the hype and excitement that everyone got when we unveiled 3D Lola music videos for the first time. And it is my pleasure to say that topic number 5 is the latest in the Lola music video collection. So we're gonna roll that one for you so you guys can enjoy Lola's 3rd single, Curiosity Equals Possibility. Let's check that out. And there you go.
Awesome. Those are so good.
God, they're just... Yeah, it's... the team putting those together is just doing such an incredible job.
Amazing.
And I think what is the difference maker here is that we have the one and only Ayano Ishimura. As some of y'all know, the one and only voice of Elise from Gunvolt 1, choreographing all of those Lola dances.
That's awesome.
You know, she may be the voice of Elise, but she's also a professional dancer. An incredible one at that. And I think Ayano's participation in this project is what's really bringing this Lola to life.
That's really awesome.
It's incredible. Like, you know, we're a bunch of nerds. We're not dancers.
You
know?
Well,
we can make, oh, I mean, by all means, please grace us with your, but yeah, so it's, I think that's really the true her contribution is really bringing Lola to life, and I think it's just so awesome.
It's great.
That contribution. So do not sleep on that little detail. As you are dancers. No, we are not. At least I can't speak for him, but I know I am not. I have 2 left feet.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is not a scene you want to see. But yeah, so just well done by the team creating those all around, and I'm sure we will have more of those in the future for all you cool cats, and we will definitely be sharing new Lola goodness as it gets released right here.
Absolutely.
On Hangin in THQ.
Look forward to it.
But you know, Mr. Singleton, the stuff, maybe stuff we've covered before or things like that. Yeah, I feel like we owe these cool kids something fresh. Fresh.
New.
Fresh and green.
Hot off the coding line.
And so with that, my dear friends, we have something very special for you guys today, because we have a first on Hangin Inti HQ look at not just the demo version of Luminous Avenger X2. Oh no, my friends. We have for you here the full version.
Full version?
Of the game.
Full version in progress.
In progress.
Or in
the full version. The fullest version we have at the moment.
Currently, the
fullest version.
Fuller.
And so, since the lovely Miss Vespa was our most freshly introduced character, we thought it was only appropriate for these fine folks to get a taste of not just Vespa, but where she resides.
Her whole
the Grave Pillar itself.
Habitat.
And so with that, my friends, we are going to transfer over to the Switch because we got the Jungle Block.
Jungle Block.
The Jungle Block.
Welcome to the Jungle Block.
To show you cool kids today. And
the full deal.
Monsieur Singleton here
got
the controller. Now, have you played through this stage in its entirety yet?
Nope. I have not. That's this stage at all.
So there you go. You guys are going to get to experience this right alongside Andrew.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I'm not even super familiar with Copen's change. I played a bit of it, but not put hours into playing the new game. So it's going to be a bit of a learning experience. We'll learn together. As always, these are super stylish sequences.
I've seen that you guys are liking the stage music already.
With the L button. Hold on. I'll do it. I'm an R dasher. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah. No more slamming into the ground either. It's so different. Melee attacks. I think it's just not happening at all. Use that wheel.
Rip and tear, baby.
Yeah, get the dissection going. Bisection.
Yeah, Yaru. Yaru this time around. I love how much you guys are enjoying the stage bop. This is honestly one of my favorite stage music tracks from the game. Yeah.
Nice.
Terra, baby.
A little diagonally on the controller right there.
Oh,
Good.
double.
Good.
Nice. Beautiful. Get that quick razor.
Okay, I think I can't actually.
Oh, nice save.
I was very confused. There's moss there.
Nice
I can't do it.
save.
I'm not going down that easy.
Excellent save, my friend.
Yeah, I guess you can't. Yeah, you can't jump on the moss.
Yeah, no, you cannot jump on them waterfalls.
It's so weird. I only get one bullet.
Yeah, you're not used to that, are you?
Oh no!
Oh, that was nice. Nice saves left and right.
I'm so rusty. Where's my skills? Oh no, I got this. I did the wrong one, didn't I?
Yes, you did, but that's okay.
That's so good.
You will show.
Get that? I did
You show that Ivy who's boss.
Well. Yeah, I got it.
You absolutely decimated that Ivy. That Ivy do not stand a chance. But how nice is it to have access to the healing mode? Like,
It's always nice to have that like in your back pocket for sure. You just don't really even have to worry about it. It's very good.
Yeah.
You don't have, if you don't have to use it, that's great. But like you do have it there. It's an option.
yeah, exactly.
Also, if you don't want it, it feels a little cheap or whatever.
Yeah, you don't have to use it.
You don't have to press it.
No.
Same thing with the armor, right? Like it's a skill you actually have to buy.
Yep.
You need to start with it, so that's purely up to you. You know what kind of difficulty level you want to play on.
Exactly. And that's one of the things I always liked about the Gunvolt games. You can make it as easy or as hard as you want it.
Get mode.
Eat it. Yeah.
Try to get back. No more recharging bullets. I keep like doing it just like out of force of habit.
But I think it's nice though for people to see that because like you get used to it. Everyone's used to it's one open.
Yeah, it's a different beat. Or you can just hold it down. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Use this a little bit more. Yeah.
Just cut some ivy.
Mow the lawn.
Seeing what people are saying. First thing I see is I feel like Lola's a big fan of mint chocolate chip ice cream. I can see that. I can totally see that. That's got Lola energy to it. These looks and sounds so good. Yeah, like the team's been absolutely crushing it. Really cool way to implement melee for Copen. Yeah, it maybe take a minute to get used to, especially if you're used to if you're not going into this fresh and you kind of already have sort of a muscle memory for Copen.
Yeah, after several games at this point.
Yeah, but I feel like once
understandable.
you get the hang of it, I really feel like you're in for a treat. Somehow the stage reminds me of Pharma Lab from GV1. Especially like the overgrowth. Yeah, I can see that.
Check out the destructible ground. Come back. Like rip up the ground. It's super cool.
I didn't even notice that detail when I was I was doing my playthrough of this for testing. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. Boom. Healing mode.
Her healing mode outfit's so cool.
Yeah, it really is. Great new feature. Get that one.
What happened with that? I wonder.
We need some sort of power up on that. More for there.
People reminiscing about Milos' stage from GD2 and the trials and tribulations that old Milos makes you go through.
Okay.
Well, as you know,
like I said, it's a work in progress.
it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress.
Oh, why would it be dead? So dead.
So dead.
This is tough. Get away from me. Those enemies are awful. Hurt me so bad.
To the Tessio zone. Tessio always manages to get his grubby little hands and everything.
Yeah. I am going backwards.
Yeah, you're going backwards. I love the sound of Copen just absolutely going crazy, bouncing off the
Yeah, I like that.
that pinballing that he does. It's so good. Everyone's a big fan of that plant girl enemy.
Yeah. Gonna halt my nightmares tonight, I think. Oh snap. Good boss. No!
Come on, Kofi, you got this. You can do it, Copester. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Totally on purpose.
Almost got you. Man, these guys are no walk in the park. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
You know, Andrew here is no stranger to 2D action games either.
Yeah.
She's got your back.
Disengage. Oh, I almost had it. Over here. Really reset.
Yeah, there you go. Now get him.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you gotta get that. Yeah, you gotta get him while his core is down. While his little thing there is unprotected.
I should have knocked him off.
Yeah, you definitely see.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Oh, there it is. It'll do it.
hopefully, that should do it. I hope.
Oh,
Nice. Feeling it.
it's just such a different paradigm. I feel like it's a new game all over again, honestly.
But it feels
It's
good
so much.
though.
Yeah, no, it really does. I mean, it's great. definitely a challenge. Getting getting used to the one air dash is a really good thing sometimes. Of course, you get multiple if you can hold up the kudos for it, but that's going to take a little bit of time. And you really should watch it all.
まあまあ、あなたね、このベスパの優雅なティータイムを邪魔しようとしてるのは。
ペロペロ飛行。
High class
世
lady.
界では初めて見るな。いや、そんなことよりも俺たちに争う気はない。少しの間、キーを貸してはもらえないだろうか。
来客 ID も持ってない野党に管理者のキーを渡すわけないでしょうが。それにあなたは。 今この拡張高いプロペラ装備をバカにしてくれましたわね。麗しき乙女のコンプレックスを刺激してたばきましたわ。侵入者排除
She angry now.
私たちに与えられた崇高なる使命。今からあなたはこの私の回転翼の餌食となるのよ。
Let's see how you do.
Yeah. Mid boss is any indication.
Sneaky little
Yeah.
That's a lot of missiles.
Many more.
I love how much you guys are like appreciating like the backgrounds and like the soundtrack and stuff like that. You're not. It's not just the gameplay stuff. You guys appreciate. You guys appreciate stuff on so many levels. I love that.
Yeah, and honestly, the art is really low.
Kobe, you got this.
Oh, it's gonna make this so much harder.
Okay.
Last one I
You got low healing for days, my
yeah,
dude.
that's true. Lost all mouse.
リミッターカップ。押される。
There we go. Cut in half.
Well done, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
More intense than I was expecting.
There you go. There
That was
you
a
go.
full deal stage.
Special taste of Luminous Avenger X2 for y'all. I really hope that you guys enjoyed that really special look into Vespa's stage.
Yeah, that was great.
The jungle block. I love seeing all your comments. I love how much you guys love Vespa, her stage, her music,
Great.
everything. It's
Glad to hear it.
It's very much appreciated. But with that said, we are very much over our time. We're glad we got to showcase all that sweet new content for you guys. And with that being said, it is time for us to go.
Yep.
But we will be back again in 2 weeks. However, we will be coming to you guys on Wednesday instead of Tuesday, or for Japan, our Thursday instead of our normal Wednesday. So a day later than we normally do, for reasons we will explain the next time around. So until next time, dear friends, we will see you in 2 weeks. Be well, be good, be safe, and let that Vespa bop play through your head. And we will see you again in 2 weeks. Take care. Goodbye.
Later.